Cancer Nation, this is a general reading. This means that not everything that is mentioned is going to be a fact in your situation. Take what resonates, disregard the rest. Please avoid making any rash decisions based on what you hear from a general reading. If you'd like a read based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book me for a session on my website, which happens to be AngelicAscensionsTarot.com. We're always going to go over delicate topics. Cancer Nation, where's guidance? Let's see. I'm going to be playing out for you over the next 7 days. Seven of Swords. 10 of Swords. Wow. You got the Tower. What's this about? This is about gossip. I don't know if you care about it like that, Cancer Cross-Watcher, but they're telling me that there's some things that somebody is running their mouth about behind your back. There's a lot of chirping in the rumor mill, possibly about you. It seems like your situation seems a bit chaotic, or somebody might feel that it is. Yeah, you caught somebody. You caught someone, or you could possibly be talking to someone. I think, what am I trying to say? You could be talking to someone, yes, because there is communication coming in, but or communication that is going on in the background. You're having an argument with someone. You might not be having an argument with someone. There could be someone around you that could be. It's not you, okay? You could be the onlooker of this. You could be observing this type of thing. But I do see someone maybe, again, saying something behind your back, and whatever it is that you may end up finding out about that they're saying, you might feel that it's a bit of a betrayal. I do see someone being watchful of you. So if there is anything that you're posting online, since we're talking about gossip and such, there's definitely somebody paying a whole lot of attention. It's very likely another Cancer that we're talking about. Who is this that has betrayed you? Somebody has a family. Someone could possibly be a father figure. This could be somebody that you're dating that has children, or we could be talking about your own father. It could be a co-parenting situation. We're going to see what this is about. This is a Sagittarius that just came on the scene. Let's see what happened here. Because it seems like you blocked somebody. You either blocked somebody, or there's a situation where if you could, let's say if you do have social media, this would be a situation where you're like, if I could block this person from watching my content, I'd block them. Yeah, that sort of thing. But there's somebody that might feel cut off from you. You might be giving somebody the silent treatment because it looks like you're just over it. You're done trying with somebody. So you're like, rather than continue to pour into a situation that seems empty and deserted with an ex, you decided to blow up. You decided to put more energy into yourself. You decided to maybe make some resolutions in your life. Maybe this is you wanting to improve your appearance, regain your confidence, whatever this is. I just see a transformation in you. And it seems like other people might be noticing this about you as well. But no matter how many times I shuffle, it shows me that there's a person that's in your energy. This person, as I mentioned to you already, is from your past. You have past dealings with someone. This is somebody that recognizes that maybe they didn't make the right decision. They didn't make the right choice in a partner. And I think that there's somebody that still has feelings for you. I think you might feel or know, you might have knowledge that this person has an issue with drinking. Maybe you do know, maybe you don't. Maybe you might be getting to know this information, or perhaps that's what the gossip is about somebody's liquor consumption, possibly. So yeah, word on the street, Cancer or Crosswatcher, since there's gossip, is that you have a third party. or that somebody has moved in on your territory, so to speak, and it looks like somebody has mistress. They got somebody in the background. I don't. You see, they were sneaky about this in the past. I just feel like now you know. You know about it. Somebody else knows about it. All parties are aware if you have a third party situation, because it looks like you're at the point in your situation where you're dealing with feeling a betrayal. You're feeling hurt, and it looks like you're trying to get over this. And it definitely feels like there are conversations that maybe you had with this person, and just kind of looking back and thinking back, you're like, things don't add up with what this person was saying. So with these conversations, you might be putting together the clues, piecing things together that little by little doesn't make sense. And it leads back to this being a third party for some of you. Others of you, maybe you did have some very valuable conversations with this person. Let's see what this is about. There's a lot going on online, as I mentioned to you. So maybe this is a back and forth conversation that you're having with someone online. There's somebody spreading rumors about you, sort of thing, is what I see. There's a Taurus, there's a Scorpio that just popped on the scene. There's an Aquarius. Yeah, I think you're frustrated with someone. I think somebody is making a lot of assumptions about you, even though they may not have their facts straight. And even though they don't have their facts straight, they're still going to other people and stating this information as if it's the truth. This misinformation that they have. So yeah, I think you blocked someone. Like I mentioned to you before, you cut off communication. Or this person feels shut out by you. They feel like you don't want to have a conversation with them. They walked away, and as I mentioned to you, they recognize now that they made a wrong move. They chose lust over value, over loyalty. Somebody may have given off the appearance, Cancer or Cross-Watcher, that they've moved on, but I do see someone coming back. Someone's coming back for clarity from you. Not only is there this person coming back, it seems like there's family that could be coming back. Maybe there's something that maybe you're rehashing with a family member. Maybe it's been a while since you've spoken to a family member. And this could be you kind of catching up with this person. Yeah, a lot of this seems like there's written communication here, okay? So somebody could possibly be writing you a message. They're writing something online, this sort of thing. They're texting you. Because it looks like something is in text. Someone could possibly be writing you to. Anyway, the point is there is communication, or there is some information that's out there. Yeah. Seems like somebody's trying to silence you. Someone's talking about competition. You do. You have a situation here, Cancer or Cross-Watcher, where there is somebody that's watchful of you. Again, this could be online. Could be in a work setting, really. Somebody could be watching you out of suspicion. Jennifer Ivy. Oh, yeah. I think you might have an idea that this person is watching you. It's your image. So that's possibly what this is about. That's what this gossip is about. It's to tarnish your image. Whatever rumor somebody is spreading. Let's see. Is it truthful? Again, somebody thinks that this information it just seems like this is some damaging information, or somebody thinks that they're under the impression that if they kind of spread your dirty laundry or this sort of thing, that it's going to cause you to be at a disadvantage. This has something to do with something. Is your phone messed up? because it seems like something is shattered. It definitely could be somebody's ego, but I feel like it might be someone's ability to communicate with you. So I was mentioning to you before that somebody is blocked from communicating, and maybe it's not that they're blocked. It could simply be that somebody's phone is messed up. So somebody's ability to talk or communicate. Okay, so maybe you were talking to somebody at first, and maybe they ghosted you. They went silent. It could be because their phone is messed up and they can't get in touch with you. That could be a possibility. But I'm trying to see who this is. Just watching you. Yeah, this seems like this would be online for some of you. So it looks like you're coming across somebody's feed. Maybe there's somebody that you haven't seen in a while, Cancer or cross watcher, or they haven't seen you in a minute. They haven't seen you post in a minute. What is this? Why do they find this information so? I'm just trying to figure out why. Okay, bear with me. Like, why do they care so much? There's an accusation of something. Okay, so this is somebody trolling you. Okay, somebody's throwing daggers. Okay, somebody's trying to get you to react to something. Then I see somebody complain. This has to be at work. Okay, at work, online, that sort of thing. I see an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that could be relevant. The number 7 could possibly could play a part in your situation. I think that you're not sure if somebody is friend or foe. Or somebody is a snake in the grass. Maybe at first you're uncertain. But the fact that they keep watching you has you uncertain. Or it's the look on their face. It's like you're trying to figure out, why is this person like keeping such a close eye on you? Again, so bear with me. Let me see what's going on. Some of you play an instrument. You sing. You're in the entertainment industry. This might not just be a singular person. We might be talking about an organization, a clique, a group. Okay. You, Cancer or cross watcher. Yes, you do have someone that's in the background that is not, there's like an unsavory person. They're not a friend or a foe. And like I said, you may not recognize whether or not this person is genuine in the beginning, but time will tell. But you have, your instinct is telling you that something about this individual is a little bit off. So you might decide that maybe based on some things that you have seen, that's not based on other people's opinions, thoughts, or gossip. Based on the facts, you're like, I'm just going to back up from this person. I'm going to distance myself from them. It may be that sort of thing. On the flip side of things, you have a Capricorn that just showed up on the scene. This is definitely at work. You're being watched. This is where you're being watched. Why? What does bear with me, because I feel that there's more to the story. You're being watched by another water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. You're being watched, Cancer, when you're like coming and going. Like maybe when you're coming and going from your home. Somebody like watching, like lurking from the window type of thing. Maybe somebody that's in your group or that you're connected to, that you're traveling with, is loud. It seems like this is somebody possibly like peering out of their peephole. I'm not sure what this is, but I definitely see, like I said, something like this. You might be hungrier than usual this week, Cancer. You got some exciting news coming in. Especially if this is something that, okay, your guides are saying that you've been procrastinating on something, or something that you've been avoiding. You're putting it off. And it seems like there's something that you might be facing this week, something that you've been avoiding. And you could possibly be going back to this. This turns out to be a good thing for you. So whatever this is that you postponed, whatever this is, has something to do with time, like something that you're needing to do in a timely manner. Like if there's a deadline for something, it seems like you're skating right on the deadline to get something done, submitted or turned in, sort of thing. And yeah, you do have someone that's being a drama queen in the background, okay? Somebody is taking something completely out of proportion. And it's like somebody feels like maybe you're trying to steal the spotlight, or your reputation at work is building and they're looking to tear it down. Like as if they feel threatened because of you, because of something that you bring to the table. So just know in the background, Cancer, not that it matters. The Spirit wants you to know what your surroundings consist of. There's some haters, especially when it comes to your career. There's something that you absolutely love, and I think that there's something that you want to make your career. And it looks like you have what it takes to excel in your chosen field. So I think this is what you're working on. And I think that this is what Spirit is trying to get you to, like, nudge you to finish. Something was a blessing in disguise. If something didn't work out the way that you had thought it was, or you felt like something was a failure, and especially if you feel like why did this happen? The reason that something happened may feel absolutely unclear to you. Your guides are telling you that there is a bigger reason why. Something was a blessing in disguise. Even like I said, if you don't recognize what this is in the beginning, it's going to be revealed to you in time. You have the Tower for the second time now in your reading, and I'm going to say what this is. This feels like this has something to do with recurring situations. It seems like something happens and then it happens again. And it feels like this is an obstacle that you're overcoming. So maybe you've been frustrated about certain things that appear to be an obstacle. I will say this though, Cancer, there's something going on with your vehicle. It seems like you might need to put fluids into your vehicle. Transmission fluid, brake fluid, but it seems like maybe gasoline. It seems like this is an oil change though. I mean, you might be needing. Yeah, I think some of you do want to start your own business, or there is a new work opportunity that comes through. Let's look into that. You have some negative energy lurking in the background. I just want you to know that. Again, not that it matters, because I think that you see what's going on, or you see that somebody is trying to cast this negativity toward you, throw this negativity in your direction. And you see what's going on. I don't think that this person's tactics are going to work. Because as we talked about this, the context is building, so I'm giving you more information about it. I was telling you that it seems like somebody's coming for your image, and somebody has their eye on you. And this is due to jealousy, that somebody is just hyper fixated on you. What they're trying to bring to you is that's interesting. My brain, in my mind's eye, I heard the devil. That's what they're trying to bring, but they're trying to bring the Tower. I think somebody's doing work on you, or so they think. They think that they're doing work on you to get maybe your plans to not go through. And I think you're aware of this. I think you might be worried about the fact that maybe this might be working, but I'm trying to tell you long term it will not. Somebody does not feel like you're deserving of your position, or maybe a person. I don't know. It just seems like somebody wants to run you. Okay, that's just in the background of the situation. I also feel like mentally this week you're really stuck on something. And this feels like this has something to do with your emotions. Like you're constantly thinking about something, thinking about it, and then rethinking about it, rehashing it over and over in your mind. This feels like this could be fear thoughts. This could be something that triggers you where you're feeling angry or foolish or a bit helpless. And then it seems like it might be affecting, your body. Okay, so your body is giving off a trauma response from what it is that you're thinking. So maybe you're feeling uncomfortable or you got some pain in your body or this sort of thing. Seems like you got some trapped emotions. So this week, it seems like Spirit wants you to work through that. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. So I'm hearing all of a sudden, happy birthday. You could be dealing with Capricorn. Aquarius is also coming up this month. Let's see. Anything else, Spirit guides? There's some communication coming in. This could be an email. It seems like you also have a meeting coming up too. An important meeting. Your spirit guides are saying, don't be late for this meeting. Whatever this meeting is, it seems like it's very important. It's very crucial to something that you have going on or something that Spirit has laid out for you and prepared for you. Some of you, this meeting or this conversation, communication could be something that's going on online. Seems like I mentioned to you before, you have a meeting or you have some important communication coming in. It could be about a job. It could be about a move. Because I definitely feel that for some of you, you are moving or you plan to move. Dealing with someone who could be athletic. Could have an athletic girl. Yeah, you are speaking to someone. You're speaking to someone. Okay. Somebody wants to speak to you. Or Spirit is letting you know maybe it's going to be necessary for you to follow up with somebody. What was I trying to say? There was something, I was going somewhere with this. Yeah, this is good news. Whatever this is that you're speaking to someone about, this feels like this has something to do with a contract or a job sort of thing. Because it seems like you're concerned about home, your home life, your living situation. And this situation seems like there was a delay. Okay, so this might be a background check or something that might delay the process of something that you want. But regardless of this, it seems like you're approved for something or the answer to something that you've been waiting to hear back from is a yes. For some of you, this, as I mentioned to you before, this is a job calling you back. It may have something to do with a job interview. Okay, because it looks like that, again, something is going on online or you're having some sort of a meeting, as I mentioned. Yeah, who's trying to stop you out is the competition. I don't think you're trying to compete with someone, Cancer or Cross-Watcher, but it's very clear that someone is trying to compete with you. This is why they're watching you so closely. Because it looks like they're trying to figure out how they can beat you. Okay, the point that I'm trying to make is somebody is laying out a trap for you. But as I meant, that's what I didn't finish. I was trying to tell you that you see what's going on. And so I don't think you're going to fall for this trap. Are you getting contacts? Maybe you're getting your vision checked. Some of you own your own business. And it seems like there might be a pickup in sales. Some of you are applying for a loan. It seems like there's an approval for this loan, a car loan, a home loan, a personal loan. It seems like this helps you to pay off some debt. It seems like you got some money coming in, like you're about to get paid. Maybe this is a pay week for you, or maybe there's some money that you didn't know was coming in, but it's definitely getting possibly coming in within the next 7 days. The thing is, though, Cancer, your guides are talking to you about your spending because it seems like your spending has gotten you in debt, okay? So, like I said, they're telling you to be prudent with this money, okay? Because it looks like this money comes in the nick of time and it helps you to get over a financial hump that you're, having to, navigate. Yes? Because it seems like some of you could be going through some unemployment or, like, as I mentioned to you before, someone might be trying to plot to try to get you fired. or try to impact your income in some sort of way. Your guys are saying that there's something that you want. You're not sure if this is the right direction to go in. And your guys are there trying to reassure you that yes, you are moving in the right direction. I feel like this has something to do with career, and I feel like it might also confirm something for you as far as where, like a location that you're searching for as far as a home is concerned. Because like as I mentioned to you before, I think some of you could be home searching. So yeah, you are headed in the right direction with something here. You might want to get in touch with your kid's teacher, because it seems like children are highlighted, and it seems like you might be feeling overwhelmed as far as parenting is concerned this week. You might be doing a lot of online shopping, and you might be doing a lot of, kind of watching things on social media, because it seems like that might be your form of relaxation. There's somebody in your situation, Cancer or Cross Watcher, that you question. It's questionable to you whether or not this person would ever change. And just know the Spirit is speaking to someone's conscience this week about change. Or this is Spirit maybe speaking to you about change. Because it seems like you might feel like there's something that you're doing in your life that isn't working. Or this is what somebody might feel that they've done as far as looking back on how they mishandled you. Whether this is a family member that we're talking about, or we're talking about a romantic connection. Somebody feels the need to change. Somebody may now realize that, you know what, it's not about conditions. It's not about necessarily what they want. And if they are constantly getting what they need out of the situation, it's about the fact that they love you unconditionally. Maybe this is what you feel has gotten you in a situation with someone, is the fact that you love them unconditionally. So possibly no matter how many times they disappointed you or hurt you, you were constantly there for them because of your unconditional love for them. And maybe this is you possibly deciding, you know what, maybe there's something about that needs to change. Maybe you feel like now that you've gone through certain situations with certain individuals, you're feeling like, you know what, maybe I need to pull back a little bit. Maybe not be so accessible or so, you're doing something with your boundaries. It seems like you're deciding to maybe tighten your boundaries up a little bit so that, you don't walk away from the situation feeling used. Seems like there's something that you're doing to kind of change that. Spirit. Anything else for the Cancer Nation for the next 7 days? It's a lot here talking about release. You're releasing the past. You getting closure on the past, whether or not this is closure face to face with someone, or this is you deciding that you're going to give yourself your own closure about certain matters, because you might feel like, you know what, it's not realistic to get this closure from someone else. So you might be giving yourself your own closure. Yeah. Are there some people that you were intertwined with because of emotional dependency? Like maybe there's a trauma bond that you had with someone, and maybe you're realizing that maybe that's what kept you so attached to a situation. And now you're removing those confines. Maybe this is something that has you feeling a bit afraid. Whatever this is that's limiting you from your potential, this week, Spirit guides are telling you, you got to disarm your fear. And yeah, I think that you are setting healthier boundaries. Even if you love someone unconditionally, you might feel that you allowed somebody to be somebody treated you like a doormat. I think, yeah, this is you restoring those boundaries, protecting your energy, and you're standing firm on what you feel that you need so that your confidence can return, right? You can be feeling confident about your decision. Yep, definitely something's going on at work. So I think that this might be the place where you're putting up those boundaries. I'm not sure. You're moving, as I mentioned to you. And let's say something about a doormat. You might feel that that's how somebody treated you. But I think some of you, yes, right beneath that is home. I think you are moving. You are moving, or somebody around you might move. And yeah, maybe there's some fears surrounding this move, but I think that something is going to work out the best way possible. Your ancestors are speaking to you this week, Cancer Nation, across watchers. They want you to learn from them. They want you to learn from whatever this was with this that's gone on in your lineage as far as pain and upbringing and trauma. They're trying to let you know that they want the cycle to stop with you. So maybe there's something that your mom passed on to you, your grandmother passed on to your mother. You get what I mean? Something is linear, like through your lineage. This might have something to do with feelings of abandonment, childhood trauma, or moments where maybe you kind of abandon yourself. I may be putting up with certain people's BS because you love them unconditionally, this sort of thing. Either way, it seems like you're stopping the cycle here, or this is what Spirit is recommending as the form of your advice for the next 7 days. Cancer Nation, this concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. If you'd like to book a personal, my website happens to be AngelicAscensions.com. Thank you, Cancer Nation and past watchers, for tuning in. Have a blessed, beautiful, and productive week. I'll see y'all in the next one.